his move. Falling away. Jump is good. Eric White with some physical ball denial on Wiggins. One-on-one with Wiggins. Turns, shoots, scores. Wiggins got 6 points here in the first. Wiggins super aggressive right there. It's inside. Shot is good. And a foul. Right on cue. And a 5-24. Wiggins against White. That's a difficult turnout shot. Wiggins makes it look easy. Drives on Green. Stolen by Payton. Lost it momentarily. Shuffles it ahead to Curry. Curry to Wiggins. Wiggins to layup. It's good. Wiggins attacks, goes right at White. Layup. He packs it in. 18 for Wiggins. Looney. Curry back to Wiggins. Wiggins goes inside. Layup is good. Gorgeous move from Andrew Wiggins. Curry looking, now drives. Wiggins across the lane, floats it up and in.
It's not going to be easy, and things are not going to go your way all night long.
Wiggins drives on Williams, flips it up and in. 24 for Andrew Wiggins.
55 years after his father came up clutch in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, you have Andrew Wiggins following the footsteps of his father coming up clutch for the Golden State Warriors in Game 5 against the Boston Celtics. You had the Warriors winning by 104 to 94 points to emerge victorious in Game 5 and take a commanding 3-2 lead when it comes to the NBA Finals. This is The Arena, and I'm Samson Lady. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the show. You know what it is? We'll definitely start from the world of basketball. It's all about the NBA Finals, and as I said earlier, Andrew Wiggins came up clutch for the Golden State Warriors in Game 5. For the Boston Celtics, they have their work cut out as they have to force Game 7 when it comes to Game 6, which will take place at Boston at the TD Garden. You can rest assured that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown would definitely lead the charge when it comes to that. Jason Tatum top scored for the Boston Celtics with 27 points. You had Marcus Smart contributing 20 points, and Jaylen Brown on a very horrid night for him, talking about his shooting prowess, also contributed 18 points. For the Warriors, it was Andrew Wiggins who top scored with 26 points and 13 rebounds. You had Klay Thompson coming up with 21 points, and Steph Curry, off his 43 points in Game 4, scored 16 points to carry the Warriors through. So the Warriors a game away from another NBA title, talking about the Larry O'Brien Trophy. This is The Arena, and let's delve into the world of other sports, starting with motorsports. In Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton now, yes, will be racing at the Canadian Grand Prix that's taking place in Montreal, and that's as a result of acupuncture and physiotherapy that he had to undergo following back problems during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku just 2 days ago. The Mercedes driver had came forth when it comes to when it came to the race itself, and that's following the bumpy tracks where his car was bouncing and he had problems with his back. There were doubts about the availability of the 7-time Formula 1 champion in racing in Canada, talking about the Montreal Grand Prix, but he has confirmed he has undergone physiotherapy and acupuncture and will definitely be racing when it comes to the Montreal Grand Prix in Canada next week. So we should expect him to get through. Remember, the Mercedes had to play second fiddle to the Red Bull team, where you had Max Verstappen, the world champion, as well as Sergio Perez finishing in terms of the top two, while George Russell finished third, rounding up the podium finish, and Lewis Hamilton finished fourth when it comes to, during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Still talking about Formula 1 now, let's delve into the world of South Africa especially. Yes, the last time Africa had a Formula 1 race was in 1993, and that was at the Kyalami circuit in South Africa. The latest about that is the Formula 1 president, Stefano Domenicali, is set to announce that they've agreed a deal with South Africa in terms of having a race for the 2023 season. And that's because the president of Formula 1 had to travel down to South Africa immediately after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix to meet with South African authorities over there, and that discussions regarding the possibility of reigniting the Kyalami circuit in terms of Formula 1 race for the 2023 calendar. If that comes clutch, as well as the Chinese Grand Prix, which has been suspended over the last 2 years due to the coronavirus or the COVID-19 pandemic, if you want to call that, it will be 24 races next season, and that will be the longest in the history of Formula One. It's time to take a breather now. Let's watch Richard Rihakpo get a stunning victory over Tucci, talking about the cruiserweight division. When we come back, I will introduce my guest. More importantly, we'll delve into the world of business.
Angel Fernandez in love for a good body shot from
No, the time's like 27 seconds or so. I'll read this now.
Because he can deliver something like that in a flash. Fabio Churchy gets to his feet. Steve Gray's giving it every single, but the corner's in, the tail's in. Riakpo wins in explosive fashion and sends a serious statement to the cruiserweight world. There is the devastating power, and it was to the body.
Market just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am, take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63974447, 08035644436, 07066638213. Banga fresh palm fruit extract.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Thanks for staying with us. It's still iBrandTV. Did I say iBrandTV? It's still the arena, I beg your pardon. And it's time to delve into the world of sports business news. We'll start definitely from the world of boxing. DAZN has confirmed a multi-year deal with Anthony Joshua that will see the sports streaming company broadcast the British heavyweight boxing star's upcoming rematch with Alexander Usyk in the United Kingdom. The global rights agreement with DAZN is worth a 9-figure US dollar fee that could earn Joshua hundreds of millions over the course of the contract. The UK paper also reports that the first bout covered in the contract will be with Usyk in August as the two boxers split £100 million purse to fight for the IBF, WBA and WO belts in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Joshua's promoter Matchroom Boxing signed a major global broadcast deal with DAZN in 2021, but the heavyweight star's home territory rights were tied up with UK Peak TV network Sky until his defeat to Usyk last year. DAZN has broadcast Joshua's fights in the United States since May 2018, when Matchroom signed its first deal with the UK-based media company. The new agreement means all of Joshua's future bouts will now be broadcast in the UK on DAZN, likely via the pay-per-view platform the media company launched last year. Joshua's DAZN agreement reportedly includes a minimum requirement of 2 fights annually over a term that could reach 5 years. In addition, Joshua will become a shareholder in a DAZN as well as a brand ambassador and special advisor with a seat on the media company's strategic board. Still talking sports business news in the world of cricket, the combined value of the Indian Premier League's domestic traditional linear and digital broadcast partnerships for the 2023 to 2027 cycle is set to more than double to $5.64 billion. According to multiple reports, Disney Star Sports has retained the TV broadcast rights to a 2020 franchise cricket tournament in the Indian subcontinent, while Viacom 18 has secured the digital contract. Bidding on the linear broadcast package closed with the winner paying $3.01 billion for the 410-match contract based on a per-game fee of $7.36 million. The auction for the digital rights will see the winner pay $6.41 million per match and $2.62 billion in total over the course of its 5-year deal. Okay, we'll have to go on a very short break now. When we return, we'll definitely keep you abreast with our football business news. Please do stay tuned.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sabi cook the banga. You're not going to enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga efo riro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiviv Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiviv family.
Just keeping you abreast of sports business news at this time. In the world of football, Stade Pierre-Marie, home of the French top flight club Lille, is set to be renamed the Decathlon Arena, with the sports retailer signing a 5-year €6 million deal. The new naming rights agreement with the European metropolis of Lille, which manages the 50,000-seat venue, reportedly kicks in for the start of the 2022-2023 season. For Decathlon, the move would step up its Ligue 1 involvement for the first season, where the retailer's Kipster brand will serve as the official ball for French football top 2 tiers. The ratification of the deal will come at the MEL meeting on the 24th of June. The partnership also puts an end to long-term search for a stadium naming rights partner, with 4 different sponsors: Credit Motel, the General Council of the North, Carrefour, and Nakarat, having held deals between 2013 and 2018 that each paid around €2 million a year. And that's about it in terms of keeping abreast of sports business news at this time. Now, joining me on the show is Ojo Kayode, a sports analyst. Ojo, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Samson. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's good to, you're feeling good. It's good to have you here. Let's start from the obvious.
Yeah.
African Cup of Nations 2023 qualifiers, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, 10-0 over Sao Tome Principe. What was the performance like for you?
Well, it's a good performance obviously from the scoreline. You will see that it's a good performance from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And like I said on the show previously, like you will not judge Joseph Pacero about what we are hearing about him or his past records until he comes and we start seeing matches, results that will speak for him, his credential, his potential with the Super Eagles, stars to the Super Eagles teams. And so these are the kind of results we expect from a Nigeria playing against a low-rated country.
Yeah, Aminos, so to speak.
So that's what we expect.
Beyond the scoreline, are you flattered, about the performance, the style of play, how effective were the players moving the ball around? And do you think that is beginning to have an imprint on the team tactically?
Yeah, because when you consider the last match before this Sao Tome
against Sierra
Leone, you see this team, their togetherness is strong. The will for them to go for each other, to back each other up is what prevailed against that Sierra Leonean team.
Yes.
Where they came from a goal behind and then they won 3-1. So the same thing you saw in the match against Sao Tome now, where you see Victor Osimhen bagging in 4 goals.
Yes,
we have seen players trying to make out play for each other, and that's the most important thing about football: teamwork. A team that want to be successful won't want to rely on the particular individual play
to get goals,
do the things for them. But when the entire team are having opportunities to score, creating chances for each other, you can see them scoring a lot of goals like that.
Exactly. And for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, that win propelled them to the top of the summit, considering that Guinea-Bissau squandered a 2-goal lead to draw in that 4-goal thriller against Sierra Leone. So as the Super Eagles of Nigeria with 6 points from possible 6, while Guinea-Bissau have 4 from possible 6, and Sierra Leone have a lone point. Sao Tome and Principe seemingly the whipping boys of that group. And again, you must have this at the back of your mind that 10-0 win over the weekend, or rather yesterday, was the biggest scoreline in the history of Nigerian football. Yeah. The previous record was a 10-1 win over Benin Republic way back as in 1959. Now let's turn our shores to European football. It's all about the UEFA Nations League ongoing. Denmark is into a 2-0 win over Austria. It was in the making. I don't think we're expecting any upset in that regard.
Of course, looking at the performance of the Danish team, the first match, second match, third match, and now they just
the fourth match,
yes, with a good win in that match against Austria.
And the top of the table, 9 points from possible 12.
Yeah.
You feel like they're going into the World Cup as one of the dark horses?
Of course, you look at the last European tournament they played, they did well going through their group stages to the knockout stages. And now you look at what their performances throughout this the Nations League. You expect none of the teams at the World Cup we want to say these guys are pushovers. They are going to be doing the damage to people who don't take them serious.
Okay, still talking about the UEFA Nations League. You had France in action yesterday, and it was a repeat of the 2018 World Cup final, France and Croatia. This time around, the Croatians getting a pound of flesh. And must be said that for France, the title holders of the UEFA Nations League, they will not be defending their title, having failed to qualify for next year's final. Another defeat, 1-0. It's quite surprising. France has, the three of the 5 highest goal scorers in the whole of Europe. Kylian Mbappe, Karim Benzema, Christopher Nkunku, yet they're struggling to get goals. 2 goals in 4 games. Where is it going wrong for the French team?
The cohesiveness in the team is what we have not seen yet. You can't have, like I said about the Super Eagles of
individual brilliances.
You can't have individual brilliances and the team are not playing together. So there's need to be a bit of cohesion between these teams. And so they need to play for each other. This team, whenever they are playing against them, knowing fully well that these guys are the defending champion, they want to go or put all their best against them, and that's what you see from the Croatian team. They did their best in making sure putting them at bay. As for now, they've been able to score a goal. When they have this kind of players.
As early as the fifth minute, Croatia scored.
That's the thing, and they could not get a reply till the 90th minute. So there is something that the coach needs to do with this French team. They are good players.
Definitely.
Of course, the whole of Europe, you heard of Christopher Nkunku and just like all those you have mentioned, and they are not delivering on the stage that matters. But of course, you want to say these are the reason why this kind of competition is no more. It's not they prioritize what they want to put their all into, considering they have a World Cup that is ahead of them by November.
But don't you think again that would also play a factor, considering they do not have enough time to prepare for the World Cup? Remember, it's just a week and a half break from domestic leagues before the World Cup, so that's limited time for national team coaches to prepare the teams. Your Nations League or your World Cup, African Cup of Nations qualifiers are your preparatory matches for the World Cup, which is just 5 months away. So don't you think the Deschamps has his hand full right about now?
Well, to me, I feel that this Nation League is an opportunity for him to prepare himself towards his tactical strategies that we'll be using in the World Cup, considering that he's bringing in a lot of fresh faces into the French national team. So I just want to feel that by September, when they will come again for another round of the Nation League, it will be a time for them to now crown all the plans, all the preparations that they have had in the course of this Nation League now till for the World Cup ahead.
Okay, let's see how that pans out for the French national team. Not only have they failed to defend their title, they're also in danger of being relegated from League A to League B. So there's so much to do when it comes to the UEFA Nations League for the French national team. Now let's move away from there and talk about the Interconfederation World Cup playoff. Yes, you had Australia against Peru, and what a match that was, ended goalless, but on penalties it was the Aussies that prevailed 5-4, edging that Australia, booking their ticket at the expense of Peru. You felt like it was anyone's game, over the course of 90 minutes. Anyone who won would have seemingly deserved it.
Anyone who won actually deserved it. Looking at what they played throughout the whole of the entire duration of the match.
Yes.
And you have to give it to the Socceroos national team coach,
Socceroos,
who did a brave decision to bring out the #1 goalkeeper. Considering what's going to happen in the penalty shootout. Coaches make this kind of decision, and at the end of the day, it backfires.
I mean, we've seen Chelsea and Kepa.
So you can imagine. And somebody who Chelsea Football Club felt that, this guy is going to be the savior of these penalties, and 10 penalties, he couldn't save one. But this time around, he brought in Redmond, and Redmond did fantastically. And you look at how the guy who was labeled as a dancing goalkeeper, and he was dancing, and then he was able to save a penalty that booked their flight to Qatar.
Yeah.
So, and this is a major part of a football team. You have your bench that you can still rely on at any time, which will give the whole of the team a sense of belonging. That yes, no matter who is coming off and who is going in, we still have this kind of push that can make us to deliver at any part. At any tournament.
Exactly. Yeah, talking about that, we still have another Interconfederation World Cup playoff for today, and that's between Costa Rica as well as New Zealand. Again, whoever wins this will book their place to the Qatar World Cup. Costa Rica, New Zealand. On paper, it seems like a clash that you really can't place who will be the favorite, but you probably want to tilt towards the Costa Ricans a bit. Who are you giving this to?
Man, it looks like an even match.
Yes.
But as for me, I want to go for the Costa Rican to be able to, to book their flight also to Qatar.
So Qatar.
I believe, I don't know if the game is going to go to penalties, but I know that they will still come out strong and will be able to play enough for them to get to Qatar.
Okay. Still previewing tonight's matches, we have UEFA Nations League matches as well. And the Three Lions, the England national team, will also be in action against Hungary. Now, the reverse fixture ended in a shock loss for the Three Lions, 1-0 that ended an early penalty doing the damage. This time around, it's England that will be at home, and they will be hoping to get back to winning ways. As a matter of fact, the bottom of their table as well, or group rather, with just 2 points. They are in danger of also being relegated from League A to League B. They can't afford to slip up in this match. It's all about the win. Do you think they can get it from what we've seen over the course of 3 games?
It's important. The 3 point is actually important for the English.
Grind or
very important. However, whichever way they can get this 3 point is important, because it will take them from the bottom of the group to maybe
at least second spot. Yes, depending on how Germany and
what plays out in the other matches. So they need to get the point.
Yep.
Now that's why you see the coach Gareth Southgate rested Harry Kane in the last match.
Yes.
Knowing fully well that against a Hungarian team who, against all odds, defeated them in the last match, like you have pointed out, and they they are just short of players that can put in these goals, these balls in the back of the net for the English team.
But they have Harry Kane. They have more than enough strikers to get the job done.
That's what is surprising to everybody.
You think fatigue is playing a part? A long European season.
You can imagine. That's what is happening to the same thing with France. So when you see your players, your national team players go all the way in all of these UEFA competitions, you know it's going to have impact on the national team. And so that's what they are hoping that at least for this last round of this month Nation League matches, they will be able to crown it up with a 3-point that will be able to steady their ship in the UEFA Nations League. Okay,
still talking about the UEFA Nations League, the other group match, Italy against Germany, that's a titan, a clash of the titans if you want to call it that. And for the Italians, they're top of that group with 5 points. As I said earlier, England have 2 points. You have Hungary with 4, as well as Germany. So there's so much to play for. The Germans can't afford to slip up. The Italians just need to get a draw, to maintain top spot. You think they'll get it? Again, the last match we played out 1-1. This time around, we had 2 goals in 3 minutes in the last match. Yeah. You think I would have that fireworks once again?
The German national team, I actually want to give it to them this time around. But you can't take it away from the Italian team. They are frustrated the fact that they were unable to go to the World Cup. And the only savage tournament that can give them that give their people the mind that we are still a team to reckon with in international football is this kind of match. So if they can avoid defeat, if they can avoid, they still maintain their status at the top of the group. But they will make it so beautiful for themselves if they can come out with the maximum 3 points against the German team, which is going to be very difficult. So it's going to be the two sides coming together against each other. I believe the Italian team want to be conscious in their defensive play, so that they'll be able to protect what they have. Than throwing it out to the German for them to attack them.
Okay, let's see how that pans out. Rounding up, even as we hit home stretch now, we'll have to talk about the Netherlands against Wales. That reverse fixture ended 2-1, where we had 2 goals within extra time, or rather at that time, which saw the Dutch prevail by 2-1. So this time around, the Netherlands will be at home. Are you expecting some of the same, or the Wales should pull up a surprise? For Wales, they can't afford to lose; they'll get relegated.
Yeah. I don't expect anything less from the Dutch team. So they considering what they have been playing in the Nation League so far, you expect them to get the maximum 3 points against the Welsh team today.
Okay, that's how much we can take on the show due to time constraint. But quickly, let me take your views on this. The lawmakers for football are about to change the rules. Yeah. They want to substitute kicking for throwing. So you no longer have throw-ins, you have kick-ins. Do you subscribe to that?
The reason why they are doing that as a winger and his team
to make the game more fluid and faster,
then for them to avoid time wasting. So it's going to be difficult for you to put the ball on the floor
and quickly. You have 5 seconds.
You have 5 seconds.
It's like your 5-a-side futsal football.
So it's going to make the ball more interesting, and there will not be any tactics where you have to be looking at a way for you to waste time.
So you subscribe to it.
So I'm okay with that kind of idea.
Okay, let's see how that pans out. The last time throw-ins have been in football since 1863. So it will be definitely a monumental change if it's trashed for the kick-ins. That's how much time can permit us on the show. Ojukayode, thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
And thanks to you out there for making the show what it is. I say it all the time. You guys are the MVP of this show. Indeed, you guys are the arena. I'm Samson Olede. Until the show comes your way tomorrow, do enjoy the very best of football from the UEFA Nations League.